Hey everyone, I am wrapping up my Easter treat series today with a video showing you my last little treat here. This little box, it's in the form of a matchbox. It's got the ribbon here on top, and to make it easy to open, you just pull this and it will take the lid off, and inside are all the cute little Easter chocolates. I've added some little grass and that sort of thing. This is the final little packaging for this year for Easter or spring. These would make great little treats in different avenues of little showers and teas and Easter events. And I'm going to share with you now how I put together this little matchbox, and I hope that you enjoy it. So to get started on our project today, we're going to need some cute paper, and because I'm going with an Easter theme, I'm going to use this Joann's by Park Lane paper pad. They're Easter, and I've used it on several different projects, but they have such the cutest paper in here, and I think I'm going to go with the full-blown Happy Easter with the little details of the sentiment and all the little cute Easter eggs. I'm going to have that as the wraparound cover for our matchbox, and then use this pink cardstock to be the bottom of our box. So let me get those cut and I will show you the dimensions. So to start with our cover, you're going to need a sheet of designer series paper that is 10 by 5 1/8, and I'm just using single-sided paper because it is going to be wrapped around. And then for our bottom portion of our box, you're going to need a piece that is 5 1/4 by 7. Now we're going to do some scoring, and I'll show you the dimensions for that. With our 10 by 5 1/8 decorative paper here, we're going to first score it along this 10-inch line at 2, 3, 6 1/4, and 7 1/4. I love doing these covers. They're really so straightforward. So there's our cover. Now let's look at the bottom of our box. So along this first length, we're going to score it at 1 inch. And then at 6 inches. This is along that 7-inch line. And then let's turn it around, flip it around, and along the 5 1/4 line, we're going to score it at 1 inch and at 4 1/4. So really, we're just doing a 1-inch trim around all of these sections. Let's do this bottom first. So I'm going to take along this 5 1/4, I'm holding it this way, and we're going to do some trimming of these little corners. We have the 4 corners. I'm going to just trim up to the first score line, and I'm going to do that on both sides. Now let's flip it around to where we're on the opposite end, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Let's just trim up to that score line. Now this is just a single layer box. In the past I've done some double layering, but this is just a single layer. The use of our ribbon as our pulley helps with this. So now let's do some folding on the score lines. And you should be able to begin to see your box coming into play, into life. Get those tabs also, include those in your scoring. And I'm going to use a little bit of adhesive and tape as well. Now I think I'm also going to do a little angle cut on each of these tabs. Let's just cut a tiny angle off of each. It just helps when we're doing our folding. It doesn't take a lot. I just freehand this. It's not something you have to do, but again, I just think it makes the folding a little bit easier. Now when we take our box, we're going to fold up, whoops, that little piece didn't come off. We're going to fold up our ends And when we fold up the sides, we're going to have our little tabs that are going to fit on those ends. And that's where we're going to need to put our adhesive on these sides, but it's really on the opposite. This is the inside of the box. We're going to put the adhesive on this side. So let me go ahead. I'm going to do some tear tape to just help it to hold until our glue dries and sets. But it will give that initial hold. And while we're working on the outside cover, this can be setting up to dry. So let's get our tape down, and I'm going to get my glue out. I use the Tombow glue. I'll have links to all of these products in the description below. And let's remove this top layer of this two-sided tape, and we'll get ready to fold up. Let's go ahead on this top layer, or actually this end, and I'm going to go ahead and put the glue. We'll fold everything in and make this corner 90-degree corner. And let's do it with this other side as well. We're forming this box. Line up those ends and just hold it in place and press, and that's where our tape comes in handy. Now I need to put some glue on these ends as well. This little box is great for many different events. We're using it for Easter here, but as you can imagine, I use it for almost every other holiday. I can make things, and it's perfect if you need your own size box for whatever gift it may be. And you can make it fit the size that you need. So here is our box. It is ready, and I'm going to set that aside and let's work on the cover. So we've already scored our cover. Let's fold our score lines now. And using my bone folder to get that nice crisp edge. And once we have this, it's just going to be gluing together. So now if you line this up, notice it doesn't go all the way to the end. We are forming a rectangle that we will be able to slide our box in and out of. So we want to make sure that we form these right angles with our box. So I like to make sure I've really got the folds down good. And then I like to take the box, put this on, line up the edges, and sometimes it just takes a little finagling. Get it to line up, and then, because we're working on our back side, I'm going to very lightly take this pencil and mark my spot where I'll know that I'm going to tape. So here's what we want to do next. We're going to be folding it in this direction, so I need to place tape here, and I'm also going to place tape on the inside there. And I'm doing it on the edges so that I will make sure and cover the spots that need to be covered, but then also not put too much tape on. I don't want any tape showing through on an edge that's not an overlap. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And it will be enough to hold that in place. Okay. And you have to be careful. It's not going to be a fold that ends up like this. There is just a little bit of a give. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's remove the cover of our tape on both sides. And then again, I'm going to place it around. And we have the piece that goes down. And then let's pull. We want just a little bit. It doesn't need to be super tight because we also need to be able to get it off And then we're going to just slide this off. Now this is why I like to use the ribbon. You are able to get it off, but you have to kind of be gentle. So that's why I've decided to put the ribbon on it. But that's all there is to our cover, okay? Is just taping those pieces down after you've got it sized up. Before we do our ribbon, we've got to fill our box. So let me show you how we're going to make the little grass. I have this lighter color green that I want to use. I think it goes well with the green there. I used this on a previous project, and so I had a little bit of a scrap, and so I'm going to use it. I'm also using my crimper tool and my 5-blade shears, multi-bladed. I have used these more this holiday season than I have in a long time. And if you're interested in them, I've got the links below of where you can find these items. But we're going to put our paper in the crimper and just roll that right through. And it's going to give us this little crimped look that I think works really well for the grass. Now we're going to use our scissors. And we're just going to I'm going to do try to do the long strips. Kind of hard to do. Maybe I can meet here. And we'll make those come apart there, making the little grass. I was trying to extend it on, and I really don't know if I can do that. So, but that gives me some longer pieces. Let's continue and just cut our little grass into strips. I'm just going to do it the way I have been doing it, which is extending the blade as far as I can and cutting this into little bitty strips. And we'll break these all apart here once I get finished. And we have our little crinkle grass. Now, depending on if you have different kind of treats, you may not need a lot of grass. I'm using little bitty pieces of chocolate candy. And so I'm going to need, you know, it's almost like a little grass bed that I'm placing inside my box. It would also, you could put maybe some tissue paper or that sort of thing. But here's my box, and I'm just going to place, actually I want to crinkle all my grass up even more than it's crinkled by the crimper. And then I like to just kind of place that inside here. Got this little Bunny's Basket mix. Isn't that cute? It comes with all these different kind of chocolates, peanut butter filled, double crisp, fudge filled. And just be careful, of course, if you've got the peanut butter and somebody that doesn't need to be around peanut butter, we would use something different. But I love these little round coin looking chocolates. I think they look so cute. There's the peanut butter. We'll use these different colored ones. Look at the little bunnies. Are they not precious? And let's put one more thing in the middle. How about, I'm going to switch these out. Hang on, let me. So now that all the little candies are filled, I'm going to take I've got some white ribbon, and I'm going to do it, let's see, I'll let you know how long of ribbon. I'm kind of eyeballing it because I want to put a bow. So I've done about, 24 inches here. And I'm basically just wrapping this. Now there's a couple of different ways you could do. You could put a tab at the top here, but because I was just doing the single side of the matchbox, I just wanted something a little bit more than what was attached to the matchbox itself. So I'm going to put this little bow here, secure in its place, and let's see, let's trim that off just a little bit. And then it's time to just slide in to our matchbox cover. Is that not the cutest thing there? Wouldn't you love to just receive these little chocolates? That's what I think about with gifts. Is it something that I would like? Yeah, I would love to get some little chocolates. And so this just fits right here in place. And it's a cute little box filled with all the little goodies. Everything is in here secure. And you've got all these little treats. And this, again, would be great in a display. It looks like a gift, a little package. Or if you wanted to place it on someone's desk, one of your co-workers at work, a specially made candy box that you have done yourself. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I will put all the links below, and if you haven't seen my other candy treat containers, look for the links to those below as well. And I hope you have a great day.